Good evening to you. This is Saturday evening before the second Sunday in February, and we're getting ready for our banquet tonight. We're going to be honoring living legends. We're going to be honoring pastors, trailblazers. We're going to be honoring educators, those in the medical field, our city officials, um, civil service workers, and it's a big deal here. This is a special weekend for me. I have been serving this church for 24 years. 24 years. I first came here when I was 14. And well, I should say I first preached here when I was 14. That's me at 14, preaching here at Sunrise Baptist Church. And I have my pastor with me. Look how clean he is. And we're so happy to have him here this evening. And Pastor, there's so much going on in our city, and we ought to give people their flowers while they can smell them. And I wanted you to know how proud we are of you.
Thank
You serve as chaplain for the marshals, chaplain for the police department, and also you're the first to serve as chaplain for the state of Louisiana State Police.
Right.
And with so much crime going on in our city, what could we do to curtail some of this crime in the city?
Well, Brother Bishop, let me tell you what God has already talked to me in the last 2 weeks, and I've been talking, and I'm so happy that I have a chance, because once I can get this to you, I believe we can move. I'm going to tell you what will, it won't stop it, but it'll slow it down. I have the answer.
Okay.
The answer is we need to start talking about the consequences.
Yes.
Hey, Bishop.
Come on in.
Doc.
Hey,
How you
Doc,
doing,
so
man?
wonderful.
You good? Look at you,
know,
man.
I just love y'all young men.
Oh,
I help
bless God.
both of y'all
Well, and we
boys when
appreciate
Oh
Hey,
man,
my bishop.
I have a picture of
How you
Pastor Tim Jones
he is sexy.
and Lee Arthur Johnson, Charles, and myself.
Yeah.
We were all boy preachers.
Yeah.
And so you can get in on this here also.
Yeah.
I was asking him what we could do to curtail some of this violence in the city. And,
Well, I'm about to give you my answer.
yes, sir.
Ain't nobody but the Lord sent you in here at this moment. Tim, listen, we all could do this together.
Yes.
You know, I make hundreds of death notifications. I made the death notification on the boy was shot 10 times in the back on Hayward on Monday. I've been making death notifications for about 22 years now. But the Lord told me if we could start talking about the consequences, and I want to throw this in to you all. We all can get in this thing, and we can get on televisions and everything and talk about the consequences when these young people
Yes.
commit the kind of crimes. There's a consequences.
Yes.
And the problem is, Tim, I'm telling you, they don't know anything much about the consequences. If the consequences could be really publicly open and said, it would make some, I know what I'm talking about, think saying that before I do this, I better not do it, because I don't want to be in a jail where I can't drink water until I get ready or when I want to. And see, they're not thinking about the consequences. So I just wanted to throw that in.
And it seemed like the age of 14 to 27,
Yeah.
our young black men seem like it's a target. Whenever I see something, that's all they talk about.
Well, I'm going to tell you what.
Our young black men, if
I'm
we
gonna
can
tell
get
you
more
what-
role models.
I'm gonna tell you what an old white gentleman. He's dead now. He just died not too long ago. He said the problem with a lot of our young people is they become microwave.
I see.
They're like coffee. They instant,
I be dog.
and they don't want to wait, and they don't want patience.
I got you. And here's the president of the state of convention.
Yes.
My brother, we grew up together. What could we do to curtail some of this crime in the city, dog?
Oh man, listen, we've got a lot of work. Of course, we've got to rebuild the family unit,
Yes, sir.
rebuild the village, and it's just so much, man. And everybody's pretty much has to kind of work together. And I don't think a lot of young people. Well, I think some of the young people that we're seeing involved in this have no sense of hope.
That's it.
You know, and a lot of young people don't feel like they have anything to live for.
There you go.
And you know, the streets, death, and all of that's being glamorized, and the rap videos and all of that just kind of shows a life that's not real. And
Right.
They don't realize
Fantasy.
Now that rapper doesn't live in the hood.
No.
His children go to private schools in the suburbs, and you're encouraged to go shoot up your school.
And he's
in
driving
the
a
inner
Rolls
city.
Royce
Right.
every day.
Yeah. So that's not reality.
You're exactly right.
Thank you. There, so good.
How you doing?
We're just
Hey,
talking
I'm
about
like
this
to get
city
down.
and the main thing. So as we are,
I'd like to get with you at some point.
as we can conclude
Yes,
this
sir.
here, as we conclude this here, I just wanted us to be in prayer for our city. These are some pastors of the city.
Yeah.
We have led marches. We've seen you walking, promoting prayer vigils. But we can't do it by ourselves. We
No,
need
you're
the
right.
cooperation of the parents as well.
Right.
And we just love you all. Thank you all for taking a moment of how we could better help our city, the city of Shreveport. And I'm excited. This is 24 years for me. I'm celebrating
Praise
this
God.
weekend. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
They
Sunrise.
called me, 24 years ago.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
we getting
Wow.
ready to go
Praise
into the
God.
banquet. Y'all know you at home.
Okay.
And if y'all need me, I'm just a phone call away.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I
Come
won't
on
be here
in.
long.
Thank
I
you so
just
much,
got a
Bishop.
part to do on the program.
Thank
I'm
you
gonna
so
have
much,
to leave. It's
Bishop.
good to
We
see
love you,
too.
man. Love you very kind.
Praise God.
Watch
Thank
you
you.
on
Right
TV.
there.
Thank you so much.
All right. Y'all just come on.
I'll be looking for it, man. It's good to
Come
see
on.
you.
Come on in.
All right.
All right then. Yes, indeed. And y'all come back to see me. Don't wait for you. You can leave your coat in here if you so choose.
Are you gonna be in here?
Y'all just leave it right here.
Okay,
You
I'm gonna be
good?
here but a few minutes though.
Come on, leave it right there. The door gonna be open. You in good
Okay,
shape.
all right,
there.
okay.
We headed in right now. Celebrating 24 years. All right. How you doing?
Here he
Over
is.
here. How you
Here
doing?
he is. How are you?
Come talk to me for a moment here. I need to
Sure.
talk to you about 1 second. Come on here.
Absolutely.
Yes,
How are you?
I'm doing
Thank you
well.
so much for.
Well, we love you, man.
Thank you so much for everything.
And
you
you
did
know, I'm
for us.
celebrating 24 years.
Come on.
24 years here at the church, and we are just so. Shut the door there for a second, if
Yep,
you will.
absolutely.
I'm just talking to people because my heart goes out to our city. What could we do to curtail some of this violence in the city?
You know,
sir?
okay, so
this
this-
is our state senator.
Well, these are some kind of hard answers. But,
Yes.
You know, the police officers, and you know, police officers, we know make some. There's some that make mistakes, and we don't want people prosecuted or punished after they're in handcuffs. You know, we understand, and I think most police officers understand the job is to get a violent offender in prison or in jail to face charges, not to harm someone after they're handcuffed. But you know, there are some people inside the system that are noting that we have a significant, and you know this better than I do, significant gang problem in the city.
Yes.
And we've got a total of 24 beds for offenders 17 and under. That basically that puts us in a place, Bishop, where we cannot take some of these kids that are involved in violent gangs off the street for the protection of the community and to protect themselves, protect them from each other, protect them from themselves. So you know we feel like, and I was told of it just breaks your heart, a shooting that was done about 2 weeks ago in which 4 16-year-olds shot a 17-year-old
That's
20
correct.
times.
Yes.
That is absolutely devastating.
I
to
talked
that-
to the family. I'm a chaplain for the city of Shreveport, the fire department. So I had the opportunity to talk to some of the family members. So I know it was something else.
Well, you know, just
It breaks your heart.
Well, do these kids? How do they get to the point where they're doing it? You know, professional executions at the age of 16.
And no heart, no conscience,
Is in you
no
know,
remorse.
We feel like there's got to be some consequences for some of these offenses. But when what happens in our city, we don't have enough beds for take some of these kids off the street to protect themselves from each other and to protect the community from them. they get the message that there's nothing they can do to get in trouble. And they just go to the, finally, the ultimate extreme is a 17-year-old loses his life. And I understand they may have some disagreement, but that's the worst way to
Yes.
handle a disagreement.
And then they have retaliation. You know, you kill my brother, I'm gonna kill your cousin. You kill my
Yeah.
cousin, I'm gonna kill your uncle. And it's a revolving door, and we got to get a handle on
I
that.
think we needed some beds to get some of these kids off the street. And then we need to pipe the gospel. You've done that. You've
Yes.
taken the gospel into the children, into young people,
Yes.
into offenders, bring the gospel in. And then I think we need to also, and of course this is a little bit politically incorrect, but I'm going to say it, and I've said this publicly, I think we need to be monitoring what's happening in the district attorney's office with the prosecution of these cases.
Yes.
Because I understand some cases you can't prosecute because witnesses are reluctant. I understand that. But I think that we at least need to be some transparency and some publication to the public of what happens, particularly with drug dealers, violent offenders, and repeat violent offenders. Because what I'm hearing from the community, and you've heard it the same way I have, is that violent offenders are being let out on the street
Yes, sir.
when they should be behind bars for the protection of the community. And let me just finish with this. My concern is that everybody deserves to live in a safe neighborhood. And there are some people living in unsafe neighborhoods through no fault of their own. I think we need to have compassion for, the young people, the adults, the grandparents, the elderly that can't even walk out of their house in certain neighborhoods. That's just not fair. I think
No.
everyone deserves in our city to live in a safe neighborhood.
Amen. Well, we thank you for all you do. And if
Aw.
you turn around, you'll see state senator.
Oh, my goodness.
You remember that up there?
Oh, look at that. That is so wonderful.
I got you right in here. This is our senator, and we're so very, very proud of him. Well, we're going to get in here to the banquet now,
yes.
but although we're here at the banquet, I'm still concerned about our community and our young people.
Yes.
We love everyone, and we thank God for you. And come back and visit us.
Hey, Bishop, we are so thankful to you. You are fighting for our city every day. And I'm in your debt. The city's in your debt.
Yes.
We just thank you so much. For
We've been
everything
through
you do.
so much together.
Oh, my goodness.
I got you all over this place. We love you now.
God bless you,
Come
Bishop.
on in. You know you're at home, and so
Thank
let's
you
come
so
on
much.
in.
Thank you.
And have a wonderful, wonderful time. All right.
Might have to run out a little bit early. I'm still doing some law work tonight.
I understand.
I'm so glad I made it.
Hello, how you all doing? Welcome, welcome. Glad to have you.
Every year to acknowledge and to recognize those of us who are black and brown for the contributions and the milestones that they have made to our society. And I'm honored to be here tonight as your MC. I am Dr. Marquis Pierre with LSU Health Shreveport, and I welcome you. So we will go ahead with our
Hello, how are you doing? Hello. All right. Hey, man, how you feeling? All right. Well, let me get ready. Thank you all for being a part of this celebration. Let us continue to be in prayer for the city of Shreveport. Let me get ready so I can go in and enjoy my evening. You all be blessed. God bless. Celebrating 24 years of pastoring here at Sunrise Baptist Church. And not only that, celebrating all the accomplishments of the men and women who put their lives on the line, who make sacrifices so that Shreveport and Arklatex can be a better place. If I can help somebody as I pass along, my living will not be in vain. You all be blessed. Take care.